Please rise in body or spirit and join me in singing number 69 in the gray hymnal. The words are on the screen. Give thanks for the corn and the wheat that are reaped, for labor well done, for the barns that are heaped, for the sun and the dew and the sweet honeycomb, for the rose and the song and the harvest brought home. Give thanks for the mills and the farms of our land, for craft and the strength in the work of our hands, for the beauty our artists and poets have wrought, for the hope and affections our friendships have brought.
Good morning. This service has been planned by our Eno River CUUPS group, which is the ERUUF chapter of the Covenant of UU Pagans. We celebrate eight ancient seasonal holidays each year, and we are focusing on Lammas today, which is usually celebrated on August 2nd. Then our CUUPS group will celebrate it again with a full potluck feast next Sunday after the service at 12:30 in Fellowship Hall. And that event is open to all, and if you decide to join us, please look in the ERUUF e-news to see how to RSVP, since it's potluck. Well, Lammas is a harvest festival, a time of gratitude for the nourishment we receive from the earth. It is our intention to deepen our connection to the natural world and to feel our kinship with all living things at this sacred time. Just like UU is a pluralistic faith, within the pagan world there is a wide range of belief and practices which draw from various sources and traditions around the world. Many groups begin by calling in the directions, and some call on goddesses and gods from ancient times. People have asked me if I believe those gods really exist. Well, probably not in the way they are asking. Ancient people named deities to explain their world, and some were aspects of nature, other archetypes of human behavior. I find inspiration in learning that powerful goddesses were worshipped and honored in ancient times throughout the world. And I do believe in magic. More about that later. And in a moment we will call the directions, but first we'll point out which direction is which. So direction callers, will you come forward now? So, Galen, can you point to east and south, west and north? Okay, we're ready to call our directions.
Please rise as you are able and face to the east. Spirits of the east, of air, of dawning and new beginnings, we invite you to join us. We invite Ceres, the Roman goddess of the harvest, to join us and bless us with abundance today. Welcome east.
Please face south. Spirits of the south, of fire, of noonday sun, of the will to take action, we invite you to join us. We invite Pomona, Roman goddess of the orchard, and Lu, Celtic sun god, who brings light and warmth to earth, to join us today. Welcome, south.
Please face west. Spirits of the West, of water, of twilight, we invite you to join us. We invite Isis, who blesses the crops of ancient Egypt with the annual flooding of the Nile. And we welcome Bacchus, who transforms the grape harvest into goblets overflowing with wine. Welcome, West.
Please face north. Please face north. Spirits of the north, of earth, of night, we invite you to join us. We invite Pachamama, Incan goddess, Earth Mother, who we also know as Gaia, to inspire us in our quest to protect her. May we always cherish the ground we walk on. Welcome north.
Center, so please face towards the chalice. Spirits of the center, of balance, of the mystery of the seed within, we invite you to join us. We invite Caradwin, keeper of the cauldron of the deep, to bless us with inner wisdom. Welcome, center.
And as our chalice is lit, invite you to contemplate these words inspired by my frame drum teacher, Lane Redman, musician, composer, author, recording artist. We are rhythmic beings. We are born into a rhythmic world. Our hearts beat in rhythm. We breathe in rhythm. We move to the rhythm of day and night, the cycles of the moon, the spinning of the earth and the seasons. Our European ancestors felt that the cross quarter, which we're on now, halfway between a solstice and an equinox, was the most powerful part of the wheel of the year because it contained both energies. The more we connect with Mother Nature and with our own nature, the more we return to our authentic, original selves. So mote it be.
And good morning to everyone. It is wonderful to see you, and it is wonderful. Come on in, come on in. The doors are open. Stream on through, find some spaces. There's spaces to fill in a little bit over here, a little bit over there. Welcome to this Sunday service of the Eno River Unitarian Universalist Fellowship, located in Durham, North Carolina. It is so wonderful for me to see some familiar faces because I've been away for just a little bit. And it's good to see some new familiar faces that I saw last week in religious exploration. I am the Reverend Jim Lewis, and whoever you are, wherever you come from, whatever your race, your gender identity, whomever you love, and wherever you are on your spiritual and meaning-making journey, you are welcome here. If you're visiting with us today for the first, maybe the second time, kind of close to a first time, or if you are online for the first, or maybe close to the first time, we invite you to either introduce yourself in the chat box or rise as you would like so we can give you an ERUUF welcome. Anybody? Well, here, let's give an ERUUF welcome for those people who may not be rising because they are shy. How about that? It's okay not to want to rise. I get it. So thank you for choosing to be here with us either physically or virtually. Now, if you have children or youth with you, they are invited to attend our religious exploration classes for the summer, and that's going to happen when we sing, after we do the Time for All Ages, which is just in a moment, and we will sing a nice little hymn, and y'all can head on out. I know there's some exciting things going on out there today. And after service today, we invite everybody to the Inquirers class, if you are on the newer side, for our visitors and our newcomers. And it takes place in the Care Building, which is next door. It's a lovely little building, and it's kind of the big room that's closest to us where this Inquirers class happens. It kind of explains a little more about what is UU, what is ERUUF. There's like 8 sessions of it, and so you kind of get to figure out, wait, what is this session about? You learn something new about what is ERUUF every time. So we'd love to get to know you better there. And also, this morning's service is brought to us, as Susan said, by the Eno River Covenant of Unitarian Universalist Pagans in celebration of the Harvest Festival of Lammas. So welcome. Now, this is a good time to double check any devices on your person and make sure that they are either off or in silent mode, because they play lovely little melodies that are wonderful for reminding us of things. Yes, like that. And we would invite those melodies to, as much as possible, not happen during worship. But if they happen, don't worry, we don't judge, but minimize it. And we'll take a moment to center ourselves. And prepare for our service to begin. Which today means I change hats and come right back out with a stool. So I welcome all of our smallest and mediumest and tallest people, our people who feel youthful and would just like to come down for a story, to come on down for a time for all ages. I'm very excited to read a story this morning. Good morning, be careful, my dear. It has been a moment since I have read a story, so I'm excited about this, y'all. All right. Now, do any of you have any idea, when we say Lammas is a harvest festival, what's a harvest festival about? What do you think? What do you think? You kind of have a little hand up, so I'm going to call on you, and then I'm going to come over to you, okay? What do you think?
A festival maybe devoted to, like, the god or goddess of harvest, and also just celebrating the harvest.
A festival devoted to the god or goddess of harvest, or just celebrating the harvest? Yes, that may be true. Yes, Ben.
I think it's like a festival, like where you harvest fruit from trees and like the ground.
A festival where you harvest fruit. Did you say food or fruit? Fruit from the trees or ground? Yes. What does the word harvest mean? You kind of got to it. Yeah?
It means like
Picking fruit, picking veggies, picking grain. Yes, so that is excellent. Now I'm going to tell you this book. So Lammas is a harvest festival, but this book contains many harvest festivals. And so you're going to get a little bit of experience of different harvest festivals from all over the place. People as far back as anyone's known have gathered to give thanks for food we have grown. A bountiful harvest is perfect to share. What a wonderful way to show others you care. Now this one happens in South Korea. When summer is ending and leaves will fall soon, we gather for Chuseok beneath a full moon. We roll sticky songpyeon together with speed. We all love the one stuffed with sesame seeds. So this is something that happens when Chuseok is celebrated. Oh, then we go to Poland. When Dojenki comes and we cut the last sheaf, we tie it with flowers and make a big wreath. We offer the grains and the loaves of fresh bread, giving thanks we have food for the cold days ahead. Now I have a question for you. Do you think, and this is a good thing for all of these in the book, do you think everybody in Poland dresses like this every day? No. But I mean, it's a good example for all of these. These might be special clothes they wear for these festivals. They might be things that have to do with the heritage, but they may not be everyday wear. This is very applicable for all of these, potentially. So in Tamil Nadu, India, on the third day of Pongal, we thank all the cows and the powerful bulls who work hard pulling plows. We dress up the cattle and hand feed them treats, the pots boiling over with sweet rice to eat. Now, what an interesting piece of ritual that they feed the cows treats to thank them. I kind of like that. I like that. Now, in Bolivia, Martes de Chaya is quite a display. We thank the Earth Mother on Carnival Day. We offer up water as fireworks crack. Our planet provides, so we want to give back. Do you see some things that happen in other events and maybe Harvest Fest? You might see some things that we do in festivals too. In Ghana, at Homowo each year, the Ga people recall dry days in the past when the harvest was small. Now, laughing at hunger, we all dance and sing. We're thankful for rain and the harvest it brings. So this one was about like harvest, but when the harvest was small. So what does that mean? Yeah.
You make trees and plants so you can harvest them when they grow.
Yeah. They weren't fully grown yet, or maybe like when there wasn't enough rain and they didn't have enough food. Yeah. Okay, now this is a complex one. In Barbados, our ancestors sighed with relief in the sun once the back-breaking work of the harvest was done. When crop over comes, we wear feathers and crowns. We take pride in our heritage, passing it down. So in Barbados, those who were enslaved Africans, and this is actually very sad because, people who were made to work, they didn't get the choice to work and they didn't get to eat the food they made. So notice they don't celebrate by eating. They celebrate by singing and dancing because the eating wasn't part of that event, but they still want to honor kind of their history. A little more complex one there. Morocco, when it's time for Sukkot, in the building we make, it's nice to spend time in, asleep or awake. Our family and friends come to meet us inside, grateful for all that Hashem can provide. And so this is partially a harvest festival in Judaism. And if you know anything about Sukkot, it doesn't happen right now, does it? No, it happens in another time in the year. And wait, in Liberia, each year in November comes Thanksgiving Day. What? In November? Is it November? Is it November? That's your birthday? Yeah, is it November right now? No. Did you know these harvest festivals are happening at all different times of the year? Fascinating. We show that we're grateful in all different ways. Some bring fruit to the church and then hear pastors preach, and others enjoy a fun day at the beach. Are all these harvest festivals exactly the same? No. And they're also not exactly the same as Lammas. Because Lammas has a lot more focus on bread. That's something I'm learning. In Iran, our Meghragan table has flowers and bread, some candles, a mirror, and fruit that is red. We joyfully toss herbs and seeds in the air, embracing to show one another we care. In Spain, it's La Tomatina. Tomatoes are ripe. Let's head to the streets for a rowdy food fight. When tomatoes start flying, you all better run, but don't throw them too hard. It's only for fun. Now that looks like a lot of fun. We are not celebrating La Tomatina today, so no throwing tomatoes, please. But it does look like fun. In Punjab, India, we harvest the wheat when we feel fresh spring air. Vaisakhi is here, and it's time for the fair. The Mela puts us in a jovial mood. We love all the dancing, the rides, and good food. In Germany, every St. Martin's Day brings a parade. We march through the streets with the lanterns we made. We all sing together by candlelight's glow. Stars twinkle above, and we twinkle below. That one's also in November. People have changed how we live through the years, but we still come together when harvest time nears. We give thanks for our earth and the hard work that's done to grow the world's harvests to feed everyone. Now on the next page, John's going to flip it to, you see all those festivals spread through the year? Harvest festivals can happen at different times. And Lammas is happening in what month? What month is it right now? Yeah? Yes. And actual Lammas is actually in August. So we're not quite there. We're a little bit early. But it's kind of... Oh, yeah. And it's kind of right in the middle of that calendar, too. So anyway, as we celebrate Lammas, I know that you, for religious exploration, are about to go to the woods. So as you begin your exploration, we will begin ours, too. And we will see you soon.
Peace, salam, shalom. Peace, salam, shalom. Peace, salam, shalom. Peace, salam, shalom. We believe in 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 peace, salam, shalom.
We invite you to sing the chorus with us on this beautiful celebrating song, Behold, Behold, there is magic.
Behold, there is magic all around you. Behold, there is magic all around you. Behold, there is magic all around you. Awaken, rejoice, and sing. I am the air around you. I am the breath of life within you. I am the wind blowing through you. I am all that I am. Behold, there is magic all around you. Behold, there is magic all around you. Behold, there is magic all around you. Awaken, rejoice, and sing. I am the fire around you. I am the spark of life within you. I am the flame burning through you. I am all that I am. Behold, there is magic all around you. Behold, there is magic all around you. Behold, there is magic all around you. Awaken, rejoice, and sing. I am the water around you. I am the pulse of life within you. I am the ocean flowing through you. I am all that I am. Behold, there is magic all around you. Behold, there is magic all around you. Behold, there is magic all around you. Awaken, rejoice, and sing. I am the earth around you. I am the heartbeat within you. I am the ground beneath you. I am all that I am. Behold, there is magic all around you. Behold, there is magic all around you. Behold, there is magic all around you. Awaken, rejoice, and sing.
I am the Spirit around you. I am divinity within you. I am the light shining through you. I am all that I am. Behold, there is magic all around you. Behold, there is magic all around you. Behold, there is magic all around you. Awake and rejoice and sing around us. Behold, there is magic all around us. Behold, there is magic all around us. Behold, there is magic all around us. Awake and rejoice and sing. Awake and rejoice and sing. Awake and rejoice and sing.
Now I welcome you to greet those around you with care and compassion and abundance. As we come back together from this time of greeting each other in community, and on this Sunday in particular, I think about the spirit of abundance. Just a few moments where we hold in our hearts the needs of the community and the world. Spirit of life, source of love, in the richness of the world this morning, in the beauty of nature, the abundance that harvest festivals bring to mind, the scent of the air, the brilliance of the world, I feel the joy and possibility of this day, of the world around us. I welcome us to bathe in that sweetness. Breathe deeply for just a moment. In the midst of this beauty surrounding us, the possibility of the moment, we also hold the deeper questions of this life. Today I hold in my spirit the question, how do we bring about the abundance of harvest time in our relationships, in our connections? How can we help make that manifest? How might we as a community be in relationship with each other and the world in ways that uncover that beauty? And in considering that, we hold the pains and challenges of the world in our ERUUF community, the conflict and loss of life that pains us on the small scale and on the larger scale. On the larger scale of war and conflict, the tragedies that occur both in our local community, in our United States community, and the worldwide community. The loss of life through conflict. And in our ERUUF community, holding Johann Montazi Wood, whose father died, his father Robert Wayne Wood, last Sunday. We hold him and his family. May we hold Johann, may we hold our Durham communities, our United States communities, our communities worldwide that are experiencing sorrow and tragedy in such ways that give honor and love to those that are suffering. And we also hold those joys that are manifest already in the here and now. May we hold that celebratory spirit for all those joys, which we do not know in this moment. For the possibilities that are here, and for those not yet known, and in honor of the sorrows, we hold space in our heart. Amen, and blessed be.
And for all those known and unknown, we offer this song, I Am Sending You Light.
Please join us.
I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love. I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love. Once more. I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love.
I'm offering this Lammas blessing. We know not where it comes from. The wheel of the year has turned once more, and the first harvest once again is at our door. Gratefully we gather our fill, then from the fields and through the mill, into the fire goes the Lammas bread, with golden loaves, so all may be fed. May all give thanks as together we share the blessings of bounty from Mother Earth fair.
Hello. I want to share with you my gratitude for food from farm to table, in particular for the technology and people along that journey. There's a lot that goes into a loaf of bread that I buy at the store. First of all, farmers have the challenge of planting and harvesting the grain. Plus, there's the farm workers that diligently work for and with the farmer. And any gardener knows that there's a lot of planning, effort, and troubleshooting that goes into growing good food. After the wheat is harvested, it needs cleaning and processing. The wheat is taken to the mill, where it is crushed and pushed through a screen to create flour. Then the flour is baked into bread. It's sliced and packaged, following regulations meant to ensure its safety and quality. I learned of a thoughtful farmer, David Brewer of Emerson Dell Farm in eastern Oregon. He uses a no-till method to maximize his production in an economical and sustainable way. His farm raises soft white winter wheat on 2,000 acres, which is small for his farming community. They plant in October and harvest in July. His no-till method helps preserve the community of his soil, which allows for a healthy crop and prevents topsoil runoff on his steep land. He and the people who work with him, for him, all have to contend with working efficiently and safely. Everyone that I know that has worked in a farm has worked really hard. I have to admire that. This Oregon farmer has a love for the land that does my heart good. I am filled with appreciation for farmers like him and farm workers who work to do their part in providing us with healthy food. Thanks to the miracle of Google, I can explore happy rabbit holes of knowledge that reassure me that there are many good people like him in this world. One technological marvel that I was somewhat ignorant of is the combine. Exploring my rabbit hole, I learned the basic old-fashioned steps in harvesting wheat grain, reaping to cut or gather the wheat stalks, binding to tie it into bundles, shocking to dry it in the field, threshing to separate the grain from the plant, and winnowing to separate the chaff, which is small plant debris, from the edible grain kernels. A combine reaps and moves directly to threshing and winnowing the grain before shooting it in the grain bin that trails behind the combine. I had been pretty negative about large farm equipment, including the combine, but after watching a YouTube video of how my latest hero, that Oregon farmer, handles harvesting, I have a new appreciation for the combine. I think it would be really hard to harvest on even a fairly small scale without one. Now, what about the milling of the wheat? Here's a little story about Jill Brockman Cummings. She has been a manager of Janie's Mill in the very small town of Ashcombe, Illinois, since Janie's millstones first started rotating and grinding grain into flour in 2017. She had no experience in milling. She said, "I knew what good flour was because I had lived in Europe and had started baking my own bread because I thought American bread was horrible. We're all spoiled here at the mill. No one can go back to normal flour. At Janie's Mill, stone milling keeps most of the kernel and all of its nutrients in the flour." Ross Wilkin is a fifth-generation organic farmer, also in Ashcombe, Illinois. He and his brother Harold co-own Janie's Mill and Janie's Farm, which supplies the grain for the mill, which is in a building that used to be owned by an oil company. When the oil company left, 15 jobs were lost, but now between the mill and the farm, there are almost double that number of jobs. Especially in our trying times, I am comforted and inspired by stories like these of people who use technology thoughtfully and care deeply about their communities and the people who enjoy and are nourished by organic bread. Thank you.
At Lammas, we are celebrating the first harvest, the harvest of the grains. At spring equinox is the second harvest of fruits and vegetables, and then we celebrate the third harvest of nuts at Halloween. But today, we're celebrating this first harvest of wheat. So we're giving thanks for the staff of life, wheat and other grains, which sustain us. And the Lughnasa, Lammas is also called Lughnasa after a Celtic solar deity, Lu, because the power of the sunlight is the essential ingredient for all of our nourishment, and the blessing of the rains we also are grateful for at this time. Many pagans value the wisdom of indigenous people who lived gently on our earth, respecting the interdependent web of life. And so I would like to acknowledge the native peoples that lived here for thousands of years in our area before my ancestors arrived. I cannot know the names of all of the tribes and all of the languages lost, but we know some, and I'm certain they took better care of the land than our modern world does. So I want to acknowledge the Eno people for whom the Eno River was named, the Saponi, the Tutelo, and the Okanichi. The Okanichi built their town upon the Eno River near Hillsborough. I'm grateful for the example by Native people of the possibility of humans living in harmony with the earth. I just returned yesterday from SUSI, which is a wonderful one-week-long retreat in Radford, Virginia, and I took a workshop there called Nature's Harmony, Inca Style, which was led by Ricardo and Kathy Sanchez. Ricardo was born in Peru, and his grandparents shared their Incan traditions with him. We did meditations and energy work to connect our consciousness to the sun's energy and to the earth energy. I'm grateful that he's now sharing this vital knowledge by leading workshops and pilgrimages. And if you want to know more about that, see me at Coffee Hour, because they're doing a weekend workshop in Virginia in late August, and he also leads trips to Peru. Well, Ricardo says that magic is real. We can connect to this magic by sensing the energy of life around us. So the next day I went on a long hike to a beautiful pool under a waterfall and was able to swim to the base of the falls and sit on a ledge beside it. I reached into the water energy with my mind, and I felt the strength of the rocks. I had made friends on the hike with a woman who is nearly 80, and she followed my route to swim over to the falls. And after we returned to the other side of the water, a single bright red leaf slowly floated over to me. We joked that it was a prize for our bravery, but then, a few minutes later, a second red leaf came to her. So we egged her daughter on, said, "Come on, you can go over to the falls." And she finally went in. And when she got over to the falls, on that side, one red leaf appeared to her. So we just felt like that was a miracle. And we took a picture of us with our leaf prizes. I feel so excited to be a part of the natural world when I'm more connected to it. As I reflect on my gratitude for the natural world, I'm also thinking of everything else that sustains me, my family, my friends, community, and like-minded spirits, and especially I feel gratitude for the kindness of people and people who put kindness first. And then I worry, well, why are some people so cruel and heartless? This question is something I pondered even in my childhood, wondering, why are people mean when it's so much nicer to be nice? I've heard psychological explanations about people's fears and playing on people's fears, and then there's the learned behavior where cruel behavior becomes generational. But I suspect that focusing my attention on why that happens is removing me from the how, of how can we move forward into the beloved community that I envision and long for. And I think kindness is a key thing. I think about a time in Paris when we were going to our first Airbnb, and we just landed in Paris, and when we got there, there was no person there with the key that was supposed to meet us. We didn't speak French, and it turned out we couldn't use our phones for voice calls, and our phones wouldn't even work unless we had Wi-Fi, which we didn't. So we were standing out there struggling for quite a while, and then a passerby stopped and let us use their phone, and that made all the difference, and then the key person came. And another time we couldn't get through a toll booth, and some French driver got out of their car and came over and helped us to get through. So these kindnesses just turned panic into relief and gratitude. And I refocus and I think about my sphere of influence. Although I only know a tiny fraction of all the people on this planet, I believe in the butterfly theory of interconnectivity. The thoughts, the energy, the interactions that I have will ultimately affect everyone and everything in some infinitesimal drop but still being part of that global mix. And so I will take time to appreciate and connect to nature. I will try to be thoughtful and kind in all situations, and I will try to be forgiving of myself when I fall short. I am truly grateful to be a part of the ERUUF community. I cannot solve the mystery of wrongdoing, or as Arvid called it, unskillful actions, which I think comes from the Buddha. But I can be thankful for all that sustains me. I can choose to be kind. We can feed each other kindness. Set the table with kindness. The nourishment of kindness is most essential when times are hard.
So at this time of harvest, we can inquire within to our own lives. What are we harvesting in this moment? So please join me in a time of silence, uncrossing arms and legs, perhaps closing eyes or having a soft gaze, connecting with breath. And using our imagination, we imagine that we're standing at the edge of a beautiful field of golden grain. A gentle breeze makes the grain dance, refreshes us. We're guided to begin moving toward the grain, walking down one of the rows. And as we walk, we glance from side to side, and we notice, we recognize things from our own lives that are coming into harvest. Something we've worked hard to bring into manifestation. Something that has come to us as a gift, as a blessing. Recognizing blessings from our own life as we walk through this row of grain. As we reach the end of the row, we notice a beautiful golden light in front of us. And we recognize that we have been walking toward the spirit of Lammas, of harvest. And as we get closer, perhaps we see a form within this light. Could be a human form of an animal, or a tree or a plant, or just the energy of harvest, of gratitude, of plenty. We draw closer and we see in front of this beautiful light an altar to our own harvest, the harvest of who we are, of our own lives. Out of the golden light, something emerges and is laid on the altar. It is a gift. What does that gift look like, feel like? What feelings are arising as we notice and see and welcome this gift? In gratitude, we reach out and take this gift from the altar and bring it into our own heart. And in whatever way we feel in this moment, we offer our gratitude to the spirit of Lammas, to our own lives and beings that have brought forth bountiful harvest for ourselves, for our loved ones, for our communities. And we simply breathe in and out the words, thank you. Now we begin to wiggle fingers and toes, gradually allowing our eyes to open, refocus, returning to this time and place, to this gathering of blessing. Thank you.
Thank you to our members of CUUPS today who have offered us their words and some moments of meditation to honor those blessings. Now, as we enter our time for our offering, we consider that we are always weaving this community, this beloved community, the fabric that is this beloved community, thread by thread, with everything we offer, with everything we bring. And some of that is bringing our time, and some of it's bringing our talent, and indeed, some of it is bringing our treasure. So as we cultivate our hearts of generosity in multiple ways, in uplifting our mission and our vision and our work in the world, we'll have the offering. If you prefer to offer virtually, it is above us in a big QR code on the screen for ease of convenience. Ushers.
Eyes to eyes, breath to breath, heart to heart, here we start, knowing not what may come, knowing this, we are one. Here and now, hand in hand, songs entwined, here we stand. Nothing more, nothing less. In this moment, fully blessed.
Life is like an apple tree in autumn, ripe, abundant, sweeter than we've ever dreamed. But our limitations blind us to this miracle until we awaken.
Eyes to eyes, breath to breath,
breath to breath,
heart to heart, here we start, knowing not what may come, knowing this, joins us. Eyes to eyes, breath to breath, heart to heart. Here we start, knowing not what may come, knowing this, we are one.
Sing along if you want to.
Here and now, hand in hand, songs entwined. Here we stand, nothing more, nothing less. In this moment, fully blessed. In this moment, fully blessed.
Thank you for the abundance that you bring with your energy, with your presence, and all that you bring to our community. And now,
Please stand in body of spirit and join in singing our final hymn, number 71.
In the spring with plow and harrow, farmers worked in field and harrow. Now we harvest for tomorrow. Badger's garden will not flourish if in green weeds spoil and lavish that which we should prize and cherish.
The last verse.
So may we at our Thanksgiving give this pledge to both things living, that we will obey law's
Your mic's not on.
No? Oh. Okay. Well, in a moment, we're going to release our directions, and then you are all invited for a treat at coffee hour. We have bread and butter, plant butter, and apple butter, which has no high fructose corn syrup in it. And we have gluten-free breads kept carefully separate from the wheat bread. So, direction callers, please come forward. And you don't need to stand but we just can think about the directions that we're returning to.
Please turn and face to the east. Thank you, Ceres, and all the spirits of the east for joining us on this day. Stay if you will, go if you must. Blessed be.
Thank you, Pomona and Lou, and all the spirits of the South for joining us on this day. Stay if you will, go if you must. Blessed be.
Thank you, Isis and Bacchus and all spirits of the West for joining us on this day. Stay if you will, go if you must. Blessed be.
Thank you, Pachamama, Gaia, and all spirits of the North for joining us on this day. Stay if you will, go if you must. Blessed be.
face forward. Thank you, Caradwin, and all spirits of the center for joining us on this day. Stay if you will, go if you must. Blessed be. And our final closing words are, the circle is open but unbroken. And you all can join with me on that. The circle is open but unbroken. And then merry meet and merry part and merry meet again. All of us. Merry meet and merry part and merry meet again. Okay, merry meet at coffee hour.